Medical disclaimer. This video is for informational purposes. It does not replace the medical advice of a trained doctor. Seek medical advice before beginning any treatment plan. Hey, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. And it's getting a little darker. Wish I had the other light on. But let's take a look here. Blood sugar's at 12. Oh. And let's just take a moment here. And time and range. It's not good. It's 43%. But at least there's no red. Today is kind of a story time. And what is the story time about? It's about my labile diabetes. And that is pretty much the whole thing. My first year sort of being in the honeymoon phase. And I've done a video, I think I've done a couple of videos on the honeymoon phase and what that actually means. There, can I do it like that? You can see. But the honeymoon phase is where your pancreas kind of kicks back some insulin, but that soon dies off. And then you're a full-fledged card-carrying diabetic member. After that wore off, my diabetes really was never in control. My first bad experience, and I've told this story before, where I had my urine test in a couple of different books and everything, and I got a brand new typewriter, and I was typing everything out perfectly, and I took it to the doctor, and he pretty well just railed me and saying, oh, you've got to do better than this. You're just putting down any numbers. No one would be that out of control. Hello? And I kind of went out of taking responsibility for my own blood sugars. Family members, I'd end up in emergency. Oh, you're just not taking care of yourself. Well, sorry, just gotta move that. I maybe wasn't 100% trying to take care of myself, but you know what? I did the best I could. I was working nights. I'd eat all night. The problem was I was working in a convenience store, and there was a fountain. If you brought your own cup, you could have as much soda as you wanted. Trust me, I did that. But I kept ending up out of control. And I'd spend many nights at Burnaby Hospital. And it was kind of nice. I mean, Burnaby Hospital was virtually, I think, 5 blocks away, 4 blocks. But you could see it on top of the hill. The doctor there eventually just, oh God, it's you again. And so he sent me out to UBC. And that doctor really, I think I almost drove him to drink. I'm not sure of that. But I kept dropping low all the time. And I'd end up nights being low, days being low. And he determined I was taking extra insulin. I wasn't. My body was just doing what my body does. I am a very problematic diabetic to control. We'll speed it ahead a few years. We move out of our house, and with my stepfather, who was ailing at the time, and my mother, I moved in with them into a condo. And it was sort of the same distance between the Burnaby Hospital and the Royal Columbian Hospital. So I knew the doctors really didn't know what to do with me. So next time I had a problem, I told my mother I'm going to go to Royal Columbian. Well, let's say that started 30 plus years relationship. And there I finally got an endocrinologist who spent time and tried to figure out why I kept having problems. I also spent 9 months in that hospital. Sorry, it is getting dark. Let's get some more. Oh, there we go. And when I got out, I was able to get CGMs, which a lot of diabetics can't afford. They don't have insurance. But I was able to get some. So that was a positive thing. But the diabetic kept going weird on me. And I was in the hospital so often that every doctor who worked in the endocrinology department knew me. And when I was in there for 9 months, while all these doctors were excellent, one doctor would come in and start their week, and they'd do this. And the next doctor would show up, and it was time for their week, and they went off in different. So we really weren't getting cohesive diabetic cures. So my own endocrinologist took over my case. And I've got to give her credit. Dr. Wallace at that time, while she was still seeing patients, was spectacular. She tried many different things. I was able to get out with the CGM. Now, not necessarily this CGM. I got an older CGM, but the province said they were going to pay for it. But that doesn't mean that cured me. To this day, I still have problems. I ended up in ketoacidosis. And the doctor was not impressed with how my blood sugars react. Oh, well, we're going to put you on shots. It's going to be great. We're going to solve everything. And I said, no. And I told you this story. But there are 2% of all diabetics who fall into the labile category. We are very difficult to control. Doesn't mean that we're not taking ownership. We've been accused of cheating, not following the treatment plans. We are doing this. Well, your blood sugar should be coming down, and it doesn't. Listen, if I was playing around with numbers, I think I would have stopped after 30, maybe 20 years of this. This is ridiculous. And labile or brittle diabetes is a real thing. You should do some research and talk it over with your doctor if you're having severe problems in controlling your blood sugars. He or she will have the best answers. And with that, try to control the diabetes. Don't let the diabetes control you. Have a great day, and we'll talk later. Bye now. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.